When cranberries hit the store, I can't wait to get started baking and cooking with them. I have so many recipes using fresh cranberries, but I also usually pick up a few extra bags and throw a bag in the freezer so that I can use them all year long. So I'm going to start with a whole bag of cranberries. These usually weigh 12 ounces, and we're going to use this all in our cranberry bread. And I'm going to throw them in the colander, just kind of sort through them, take out any mushy berries at all, and then just give them a quick rinse. This recipe, we need 2 1/4 cups of flour. So I'm going to fluff my flour first, use a scoop and fluff it right into my measuring cup so that it's overflowing, and then level it off. And to this, I've already measured out some baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And sugar is going to go right in here as well. And I'm just going to give this a quick stir together. In this measuring cup, I already have a 1/4 cup of oil, and you can use any sort of neutral flavored oil. Use vegetable oil, canola oil, avocado oil, whatever you prefer, but you want a light, neutral tasting oil. And we're going to add 2 eggs. And I need a tablespoon of orange zest. And I need a 1/4 cup of the juice. So this just gets mixed right into our dry ingredients. Okay, you can see I'm mostly mixed here, but I still have some dry patches of flour. One of the things we want to avoid is over mixing. So we're going to stop right now. We're going to add our cranberries, and as we're folding those cranberries in, the bread will continue to mix together. I just want to make sure all of the water is off of these cranberries. I don't need any extra moisture in there. So I'm going to go ahead and, this is a clean dish towel, and I'm just going to dump these right onto here. Just going to dry them off briefly. And all of these, I don't chop them up or anything. I love them whole. Stir all this together. This bread is loaded with cranberries. If you prefer less cranberries, just add half of the amount or whatever amount you want. But this is exactly what I love. Okay, so we're distributing the cranberries and we're mixing in the rest of that flour, just using some folding down and around motions, making sure everything is mixed. This is a really thick batter. You can see how it's just really standing up on its own. Very, very thick. Going to level this out just slightly. My oven is fully preheated to 350 degrees, and this is going in. Okay, this has been in the oven for an hour, and we're going to take a look and make certain that it is fully cooked. Just going to use a toothpick, poke it in the center, and it comes out with just a few small little crumbs. If it comes out gooey at all, or you have batter on it, it needs to bake a little bit longer. This bread, because of the number of cranberries in it, can take anywhere from an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. I start checking this though at about 55 minutes to see where it is. Every oven is different, so it's going to be different as to how long it actually cooks. I'm going to let this rest for 10 minutes, and then we're going to take it out of the pan and let it finish cooling before we add the icing. It's been 10 minutes, so we want to get this bread out of the loaf pan so it can continue to cool. I usually start with a butter knife, and I just go around the edges here a little bit. Like you can see right here, it's just where the cranberries have oozed out, and it sticks a little bit to the side. So I just loosen that up because I want to make certain this comes out in just one fell swoop. Here it comes. This has to continue to cool. You can eat this without the glaze on top and just eat it just like this, but I'd still let this cool at least for 20 minutes. Otherwise, the bread is very soft. We want it to firm up a little bit as it cools, and the glaze, though, adds that extra special touch that makes this bread just perfect. My bread is fully cooled, and I'm going to just place the rack right on top of this baking sheet. I'm going to make a glaze. Again, you don't have to add the glaze, but it does add a little extra special touch. I have a half a cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of orange juice. I start with about half of it, stir it all together, and I want to just keep whisking it together until it's very smooth. And then I test the consistency. I want to drizzle this over the top of my bread with a back and forth motion. So I want something that's going to flow really nicely like this. If you want it thicker like a frosting, you'll want to double the amount of powdered sugar so that you have enough, and you're going to make this a little bit thicker. So just don't add quite as much of the orange juice. You just add a bit at a time until it's the consistency you want. Just go back and forth across the top. This icing will harden up as it sits. So I just let this rest for about 10 or 15 minutes until it kind of creates a crust on it. Then we'll be ready to slice it up and try it. Yep, that's set up. This is why I put it on a cookie tray. Otherwise, that would be all over the counter. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. So many cranberries. Look at that beautiful slice.